Welcome back to the Collector's channel where I give you my LEGO investing opinion. This is for entertainment value only, it's not financial advice. Today we talk about long-term LEGO investing. For LEGO investing, I consider long-term 4 to 10 years. The LEGO market is a little soft right now with so many new investors, so it's time to pivot a little and go after sets that have an extremely high probability of more than doubling long-term. I tend to lean towards sets that have collectible minifigures and or iconic builds, so today's video will focus on LEGO sets that have iconic builds and or solid minifigures. In a future video, I do plan on examining sets that are not so reliant on minifigure value. I like to also focus on sets that are in that $100 to $170 range, just because they tend to not be overbought when it comes to the new investors. With my top 3 Star Wars sets to invest in for the long term, I can see these sets not only have demand from AFOLs, but from the younger generation that will become adults over the next 10 years. So if they can't get them today, they will have the means and the money to buy them as they start working full-time a little later in life. It's also good to try to estimate where the demand will come from when you plan on selling your investments. Now is the time to start accumulating these sets. For larger sets in that $100 to $170 range, it does take some time to accumulate these larger sets, so don't wait until the last month before they retire. You'll most likely only have a fraction of the inventory that you wish you had. So here are the top 3 Star Wars sets that meet these parameters that I'm investing or planning to invest in. Number 3, the Star Wars 75337, the AT-TE Walker. The 75337 Walker was released in August of 2022, so it will most likely retire at the end of 2024. With 1,082 pieces, 8 minifigures, and a retail price of $139.99, it's a very solid value. I think there will be close to a 5-year window after this set retires where we do not get another AT-TE Walker, making this almost a sure thing for at least $100 to $200 profit 3 to 5 years after it retires. The Commander Cody and Clone Gunner figures will most likely be a solid $20 to $25 a year or so after retirement, but I don't see these figures climbing to more than about $25 because of an oversupply of them from an investment perspective. The AT-TE Walker is a Clone Wars favorite, but we really don't get them too often. The last one came out in 2016 with a $120 75157 Captain Rex's AT-TE, but that was kind of an oddball AT-TE based on the Rebels TV show. Even that one is currently selling for about $350 on eBay. It retired in November of 2017, so it was about 5 years before we got a new one. I expect that to hold true for the new AT-TE, so my time frame for selling the 75337 is between 4 and 5 years after retirement, and I can see it selling for about $350 to $400 during that time period. The Commander Cody with the Clone Gunner and the 212 Clone Troopers should keep this set in demand for Clone Wars fans as they get a little older and have jobs of their own to buy this one over time. It's currently on sale at most retailers, and with these sets that are over $100, I like to slowly accumulate them over time as they do go on sale. I have a few of them already and will continue to accumulate them over the next 12 to 14 months before retirement. Let's take a look at number 2 on my list. Number 2 is a little on the controversial side. Many investors are staying away from this one, but I see a potential gold mine long term. It's 75354, the Coruscant Guard Gunship. 1,083 pieces with a retail price of $139.99. I know there's some design flaws, but it's still a solid build, and gunships are by far my favorite ship from the Clone Wars. Now if LEGO starts coming out with a new one every year or so, this prediction will fall flat on its face, but LEGO historically doesn't do that. I've heard the rumors, but until LEGO starts releasing different gunships, I think this one is unique enough to hold up over time. The last time LEGO released a gunship around this size was 2013 with the 75021 Republic gunship. It had 1,175 pieces and retailed for $119.99, so the new gunship at $139.99 is actually a really good price point. The 75021 gunship currently sells on eBay for around $600 as the supply continues to dry up. What's not to like about a $120 set that sells for $600 in 10 years? Last year I saw a few of these sell for around $700, so once again, if you can time it before the next gunship comes out, you can make an extra $100 or so. The new gunship is not as iconic as the Republic gunship, but the figures are almost perfection if you're an investor. The Chancellor and Padme are solid, the Shock Troopers are always a fan favorite, and then you get the first Commander Fox figure, which is my favorite in this set. I can see him turning into a $50 or $60 figure if he doesn't come out in another set. This set will most likely retire somewhere around the end of 2025, so there's plenty of time to go get it, so wait for a big sale or a great gift with purchase and you can't go wrong on this set. I'm planning on selling this set about 5 or 6 years after it retires, and I hope to sell it for around $350 to $400. I'd like to make about $200 profit on each set when the time comes to sell it. And now for my number one. Number one on the list, the Star Wars 75357 Ghost and Phantom 2. 1,394 pieces, retailing for $159.99. This set just recently came out, so it probably won't retire till the end of 2025 as well. But it's time to start planning out your long-term investments. I actually just picked up a copy of this with the mini Steamboat Willie gift with purchase, plus I had $50 off in insider points, so for less than $120, plus I can sell the Steamboat Willie set to bring my cost down to well under $100 on my first purchase of this set. The previous larger Ghost set was 75053 The Ghost. It came out in April of 2014 and retired in November of 2015, so it took about 8 years to release another 900 plus piece Ghost set. This set retailed for $89.99 and is still selling for somewhere in that $500 to $600 plus shipping range. There's always that sweet spot where you generally want to sell it right before the new version comes out. In this case, if you sold a year ago, you could have gotten a solid $700 for this set, but today it's lost a little value because of the 2023 version. So I'm targeting selling the 75357 in 5 to 7 years after retirement. The Ghost is an iconic ship, and I think the minifigures will hold their value even as we see a couple of them most likely in other sets over the next couple of years. I'm looking at a price target of $400, so about a $200, maybe $225 profit after all fees. I'm betting that we will not get another Ghost with a similar piece count for at least 6 years after this one retires, making this a really solid investment. It's one of the most loved ships by Star Wars fans, especially fans of the show Rebels, who are not adults yet. So it's always important to think about who will be buying this set when you plan on selling it. Well, that's what I had for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video and it gave you something to think about. Please like and subscribe to the channel and leave any comments on what you think about this video. There are many more videos on the way. Thanks for watching and keep building your LEGO empire.